Hello student, welcome to EPG Pathsala. I am Dr. Ajit Jaswal from Department of Anthropology, Pondicherry Central University, Puducherry. Today we are going to discuss about a modules called as epigenetics under paper Physical or Biological Anthropology. The learning objective of this particular modules are as follows. First, to learn about the concept of epigenetics, to learn about epigenetic tools and method, and also the application of epigenetics. Along with this, we also try to learn about epigenetics and anthropology, that is the relationship between the two. Let me give you a glimpse of information in the form of introduction. Anthropologists and human biologists are concerned in epigenetics, specifically as it gives a potential link between the environment and the genome, as well as a new area for the study of complexity of human biological variation and evolution. The beginning of epigenetic is mostly concerned with explaining what it is about inheritance, health and illness. Increased knowledge about methylation and other key processes at the level of the cell are foundation to make some of the crucial mechanisms involved in dynamic epigenetics, and furthermore open the door to what is being described as a neo-Lamarckism and beyond genetic determinism. So, the study of epigenetics or chemical modification to the genome that may alter gene expression is a growing area of interest for anthropologists. Now, let me give you a brief historical information about epigenetics. Before that, let me provide some information as beyond genetics, a new research field has emerged in last few decades, which is popularly known as epigenetics, which studied the factor that influence the function of gene. The term epigenetics was suggested by the developmental biologist called as Waddington in 1942, who used this phrase as a study of the processes by which genotypes give rise to phenotype without changing at the level of the gene itself. Before that, the word epigenetic was used by Hahnemann in the 19th century. The original concept can be traced back to Aristotle, who proposed a new theory known as epigenesis, which means to grow upon genesis, the opposite of performation. Slide number 6, defining epigenetics. Epigenetics has recently evolved from a collection of diverse phenomena to a definite and far-reaching field of study, which literally means on top or in addition to genetics. Most familiar definitions of epigenetics is the study of mitotically and or meiotically heritable changes in the gene function that cannot be explained by changes in DNA sequences. DNA contains the instruction for building all the parts of our body, but the natural environment on Earth has been changing with respect to time and is responsible for the evolution of life. This continuously changing environment affects the life of the organic being. Without creating any mutation in the DNA sequences, species show effective variation in their phenotype which assists them to survive in their drastically changing environment. In parallel to the term genome that defines the complete set of genetic information contained in the DNA of an organism, epigenome generally referred to the complete set of characteristics of epigenetic pathways in an organism. The series of chemical tags that modify DNA and its associated structure constitute the epigenome and include any genetic expression modifier independent of the DNA sequence of a gene. The genome defines the complete set of genetic information contained in the DNA residing within the cell of each organism. The epigenome, on the other hand, comprises the complex modifications associated with genomic DNA, imparting a unique cellular and developmental identity. The epigenome integrates the information encoded in the genome with all the molecular and chemical cues of cellular, extracellular, and environmental origin. Along with the genome, the epigenome instructs the unique gene expression program of each cell type to define its functional identity during development or disease. Understanding the mechanism involved in the initiations, maintenance, and heredity of epigenetic states is an important aspect of research in current biology. Epigenetic regulation of the genome. DNA is organized by histone and non-histone protein into chromatin. Approximately 146 base pair of DNA wraps around a complex structure of 8 histone protein called octamer to form one beads on a chain of bead-like nucleosome connected by 80 base pair linker DNA. Histones are responsible for protection of DNA as well as maintaining the shape and structure of a nucleosome. There are 5 families of histones known to date, including H1, H5, H1, H5, H2A, H2B, H3, and H4. H2A, H2B, H3, and H4 are the core histone, while the linker DNA is associated histones H1 and H5. Nucleosomes act as a physical barrier to transcription factor that binds to certain region of DNA. However, specific acetylation can remove the positive change on the lysine amino group that is acetylated so that the nucleosome becomes loosened on the DNA. It has long been hypothesized that the linker histone H1 and H5 are essential for chromatin condensations. However, this dogma has not been supported by studies. Knockout experiment in Tetrahymena and Aspergillus shows that H1 is not essential for nuclear assemblage. Moreover, H1 was found to control gene expression through activation and repression mechanism. Each of the histone has an N-terminal tail with a specific sequence of amino acid, but the H2A also has a C-terminal tail. The C-terminus forms a globular docking domain that is packed into the core. Several studies have demonstrated the importance of the histone tail for nucleosome remodeling by ATP-dependent chromatin remodeling factor. Histone N-termini undergo post-translational modification that alter their interaction with DNA and nuclear protein. Such modifications include methylation, acetylation, phosphorylation, simulation, ubiquitination, and ADP ribosylation. This modification determines the interaction between the histone and other protein, which may in turn regulate chromatin structure and transcription. Among core histone, the H2A family exhibit the highest sequence divergence, resulting in the largest known number of variants. This variant found in nearly all organisms include H2A Z and H2A X. H2A Z is associated with the promoters of actively transcribed gene and is also involved in the prevention of the spread of silent heterochromatin. It has also been found that the chromatin remodeling complex SWR1 catalyzes ATP-dependent exchange of H2A in the nucleosome for H2AZ. In the other hand, H2AX, another histone variant, contribute to the detection, signaling and repairing of DNA double-strand break. Plants exhibit a special class of H2A isoforms with an extent of C-terminus comprising SPKK motifs. Histone H3 and H4 are nearly identical in plants and animals. For instance, only 2 amino acids of the 102 amino acid of histone H4 differ between P and calf thymus. The linker histones are similarly found in all eukaryotes. The chromatin structure is therefore essential for both prevention of DNA and regulating gene expression, thereby preventing enhancing the binding of transcription factor, activators and chromatin remodeling complex to DNA. Now let's try to discuss the mechanism behind epigenetics. Epigenetic mechanisms integrate environmental changes at the cellular level, thereby enabling cellular plasticity. As a result, they have been implicated in a number of diseases including cancer, inflammations and metabolic disorder. Proteins that carry out and interpret these epigenetic modifications can be classified as either writers, readers or eraser. Epigenetic modifications occur most commonly on either the DNA itself or on the histone octamer around which DNA is coiled. The complex of DNA and the histone octamer is known as chromatin, and the basic repeated unit of the chromatin is termed as nucleosome. Although DNA must be tightly compacted in order to fit into the nucleus, it must also be temporarily accessible during DNA transcription. Therefore, the mechanism of chromatin uncoiling and recoiling must exist to facilitate this. The addition and removal of specific chemical groups, which are known as epigenetic marks, is thought to regulate chromatin architecture and therefore influence gene expression. 4 types of epigenetic pathways have been identified in the recent decades are DNA methylation, histone modification, nucleosome modeling and non-coded RNA-mediated pathways. These epigenetic pathways related with each other to regulate expression of gene. Each of the mechanisms is typically responsible for the inactivation of the gene or gene silencing. DNA methylation. DNA methylation is the covalent addition of a methyl group to the 5th carbon in the CpG dinucleotide region. CpG dinucleotides are clustered together in region called as CGIs. These CGI units are found in the regulatory regions of a gene. Thus, methylation of CpG hinders the transcriptions of the DNA sequence, resulting in silencing of the gene. Transcribe. DNA methylation is responsible for regulating many cellular processes like chromatin structure and remodeling, X chromosome inactivation, imprinting, and chromosome stability. Gene transcription. DNA methylation is perhaps the best characterized chemical modification of chromatin. In mammals, nearly all DNA methylation occurs on cytosine residues of CpG dinucleotides. Regions of the genome that have a high density of CpGs are referred to as CpGs island, and DNA methylation of these islands correlates with transcriptional repression. DNA methylation play a role in many cellular processes including silencing of repetitive and centromeric sequences from fungi to mammals, X chromosome inactivations in female mammals, and mammalian imprinting, all of which can be stably maintained. DNA methylation provides a stable, heritable, and crucial component of epigenetic regulation. Histone modification. Histones are the core protein component of chromatin complexes, and they provide the structural backbone around which DNA wraps at regular intervals, generating chromatin. The nucleosome represents the first level of chromatin organization and is composed of two of each histone, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4, assembled in an octameric core with DNA tightly wrapped around the octamer. Histones regulate DNA packaging with immense influence on the degree of chromatin compacting, influencing transcriptional activity as well as transcriptional silencing. Histone modifications are post-translational changes on the histone tail that are flexible stretches of N or C-terminal residues extending from the globular histone octamer. Modification of histone include acetylations of lysine residue, methylation of lysine and arginine residues, phosphorylation of serine and threonine residue, ubiquitination of lysine residue present on histone tail, as well as simulation and ADP ribosylation. All of these changes influence DNA transcription. Addition or removal of methyl group on DNA and histones and acetyl group on histones are the prime mechanism of changing the epigenetic landscape. Histone acetylation is carried out by enzyme called histone acetyl transferase that are responsible for adding acetyl group to lysine residue on histone tail, while histone deacetylase are those that remove acetyl group from acetylated lysine. Generally, presence of acetylated lysine on histone tail leads to a relaxed chromatin state that promotes transcriptional activation of selected genes. In contrast, deacetylation of lysine residue leads to chromatin compaction and transcriptional inactivation. Now let's discuss about RNA silencing. RNA-associated silencing is a type of post-transcriptional gene modification during which the expression of one or more gene is down-regulated or suppressed by small non-coding stretches of RNA, sometimes called as microRNAs or miRNA, and small interfering RNAs or siRNAs. Although microRNAs only represent 1% of the genome, they have been estimated to target 30% of the genes. This RNA can act as switches and modulator, exerting extensive influences within the cell and beyond. These RNAs fine-tunes the gene expression as they act as a specific modulator based on cell type specificity of the organism during development as well as pathological conditions. Also, this miRNA have been known to play a role in tumor suppression, cellular proliferation, and cell movement, which suggests that they can be manipulated in treating epigenetic diseases like cancer. Putative mechanisms of RNA silencing include the ability of non-coding DNA to negatively regulate expression of target gene at the post-transcriptional level by binding to 3 in 3' in untranslated regions of target mRNAs, resulting in their deregulation. All genes in every cell types are activated or silenced by an underlying interplay between these descriptive epigenetic mechanisms. And also and as explained in the introduction, our exogenous epigenetic forces modify the endogenous inherited epigenetic pattern. Method used to understand epigenetic modification. Epigenetic modification differ across cell and tissue, although the genome remain consistent. Therefore, based on the objective, the source tissue from which DNA has to be selected needed to be determined. To understand methylation pattern in the genome, different methods are used. Based on objective, one can either go for a whole genome analysis or a locus-specific analysis. To analyze the methylation pattern, DNA need to be treated. The importance of this step is basically to mark the particular regions in the genome. There are different ways of treatment. They are endonuclease digestion, affinity enrichment, and bisulfite conversion is basically use of bisulfite treatment to convert cytosine to uracil, but methylated cytosine remains cytosine. For locus-specific analysis, after the bisulfite conversion, pyrosequencing is usually done with the sample. This is the usual gold standard assay of DNA methylation. Pyrosequencing is a sequencing by synthesis method that quantitatively monitors the real-time incorporation of nucleotides through the enzymatic conversion of released pyrophosphate into a proportional light signal. Quantitative measures are of specific importance for DNA methylation analysis in various developmental and pathological situations. Analysis of DNA methylation pattern by pyrosequencing combines a simple reaction protocol with reproducible and accurate measures of the degree of methylation at several CpGs in close proximity with high quantitative resolution. After bisulfite treatment and PCR, the degree of each methylation at each CpG position in a sequence is determined from the ratio of T and C. The process of purification and sequencing can be repeated for the same template to analyze the other CpGs in the same amplification product. Other methods are methylation specific PCR called as MSP and as matrix assisted laser desorption or ionization time of flight MALDITOF. For whole genome analysis, Illumina 450K array has become the forerunner. Other techniques include the reduced representation bisulfite sequencing and whole genome bisulfite sequencing. The genome modification cost due to histone modification can be assessed using the ChIP-P sequence process. This is basically an immunoprecipitation process followed by sequencing. Now let's discuss about the application of epigenetics. The reason behind the recent growth in epigenetics is that commercial companies as well as academic communities are taking an active interest in what goes on beyond the DNA label. All expect that epigenetics could revolutionize medicine and agriculture, both medicine and agriculture. It also has implication for other parts of biology, including ecology and conservation practices. Epigenetics and human disease. DNA methylation is commonly studied to understand epigenetic modification that cause diseases. Cancer is caused by failure of check and balance that controls cell number in response to need of the whole organism. Epigenetic lessons and genetic mutations are acquired during the life of an individual and accumulate with aging. Both type of events, either individually or in corporations, can result in loss of control over cell growth and development of cancer. Other disorders that are caused due to methylation and modification are Rett syndrome, called as neurodevelopmental disease, or Fragile X syndrome, Alzheimer's disease, Friedreich ataxia, spinal muscular atrophy, Parkinson disease, which is neurodegenerative and neurological disease, then immunodeficiency, centrometric instability and facial anomalies, then syndrome called autoimmune disease. A growing body of evidence suggests involvement of both methylation and histone modification in progress of many psychological disorders like stress related disorder, borderline personality disorder and schizophrenia, addiction, etc. Epigenetics and the environment. Various environmental sources are there which influence epigenetically on human health. Some of this might be beneficial for health and behavior, other might be harmful and interfere with the body and mind, creating an imbalance which might manifest as a disease or psychological disorder. Some of the beneficial influence are such as exercise, microbiome, which is called as beneficial intestinal bacteria, and alternative medicine, whereas harmful influence include exposure to toxic chemicals and drugs of abuse. Factors such as diet, seasonal change, financial status, psychological state, social interactions, therapeutic drugs, and disease exposure might have beneficial and or harmful effect depending on the specific nature of the influence. The environment thus complement and shape human health. With the help of extended research in the field, we might able to steer these influence in a positive way. Now let's just try to find out the relationship between epigenetics and anthropology. Anthropology is the science that study human being from different angle. It is a discipline that studies human life holistically. Since epigenetic is increasingly becoming the link between nature and nurture theories, it is fascinating for an anthropologist as finally there seems to be a field that deals with the missing link. Phenotypic variation is often regarded as an adaptation to survive a particular environment. Concepts like gene, culture, co-evolution have helped us understanding how gene and culture practices travel together and justify phenotypic adaptation. Environmental variation leads to changes in the epigenome that increases variability in phenotype. It does help in adaptation. Since adaptation influences reproductive fitness, it helps in natural selection. So, epigenesis has already proven to be a very important in understanding biology beyond variation and thus evolutionary biology. Anthropology is a field that has immensely contributed in understanding human environment, culture, nutritional status of man, different aspect in the culture that finally contribute to human behavior, his food habit, human health and disease, health care system, biocultural adaptation, genetic behind disease, disorder and traits. Hence, epigenetic being a science that deals with the understanding how contextual environment interferes with gene expression and thus contributes in disease susceptibility or phenotype observed. It has been important for anthropologists to incorporate this technique to be able to answer the previous missing link. Now let's try to sum up the important points or the highlighting feature that we have learned in this module. As we already discussed that anthropologists and human biologists are concerned in epigenetics, specifically as it gives a potential link between environment and the genome as well as a new area for the study of complexity of human biological variation and evolution. Beyond genetics, a new research field has emerged in the last few decades, which is popularly known as epigenetics, which studies the factor that influence the function of gene. As we all know that DNA is organized by histone and non-histone protein into chromatin. We also discussed the epigenetic mechanism integrates environmental changes at the cellular level, thereby enabling cellular plasticity. Along with histones are the core protein component of chromatin complexes and they provide the structural backbone around which DNA wrap at a regular interval generating chromatin. We also discussed that epigenetic modifications differ across cell and tissue although the genome remain consistent. In this modules, we try to discuss find out the reason behind recent growth in epigenetics is that the commercial companies as well as academic communities are taking an active interest in what goes on beyond the DNA label. Even we studied the DNA methylation is commonly studied to understand epigenetic modification that cause diseases. So, various environmental sources are there which influence epigenetically on human health. Anthropology is, so at last we can say that anthropology is the science that study human being from different angle. It is a discipline that studies human life holistically. Thank you.